Okay, so last night, Marvel Maniacs noticed there'd been a strange new update to the post-credit scene of the Wandavision finale. Episode 9 ended with Wanda Maximoff out at what may or may not be Wundagore Mountain. In the original scene, we watched as she sat sipping some tea after successfully ruining the lives of an entire town and getting away with it scot-free. Now, Wanda had gained the Darkhold, and as she walked around outside of the cabin, we saw that inside her astral projection was reading through the book. The theme of Doctor Strange then started to seep in, and we heard the voices of her children calling out to her. Now, there is a slight update to the scene, and throughout this video we're going to be breaking down the differences and possibilities of what could be going on. It might be nothing like my entire existence, but there has been a clear change that I think does kinda highlight some little key things. As always, if you miss Wandavision, then smash the thumbs up button, as what is a thumbs up if not a thumbs down persevering. Also subscribe, as we'd love to have you around here, and we do breakdowns on Marvel shows and movies every single week. Anyway, with that out of the way, thank you for clicking the video. Now let's get into the breakdown. Okay, so firstly, I think we have to look at the original post-credit scene so we can first establish what's been changed. This video is going to be a bit like playing Spot the Difference on a pub quiz machine, but there are some minor changes. Now, the first shot has us flying in, and we continue on this path until we reach the cabin. This is definitely how the original looks. As I had a friend who works at Disney that gave me a copy of the episode, so I could edit my finale breakdown for it. Now, looking at this, nothing really going on here out of the ordinary. However, jump forward to what's playing this month, and when we zoom in, you might notice that there are some extra trees around the area. On screen right now, I've put the images on top of one another, and you want to be looking on the left hand side especially, as you can see that there are completely different shrubs there. Is shrub a word? I don't know, but are you still looking? Okay, can we move on now? Okay, so clearly the area has been changed digitally, and someone has just gone wild with the clone tool. Now, why this has likely been done is because this is going to link in with Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. From what I know of behind the scenes stuff on the production, Wanda is the main villain in it, and the reason that they've changed this is to likely line things up a lot more with that movie. If YouTube has taught us anything, it's that people love correction tiny mistakes, and no doubt if the scenery looked different, people would have pointed it out. Also, I said correction there instead of correcting, just to see if you would point it out, and you either fell for it or you didn't. But either way, you're a sucker. Now, the tie-in with Doctor Strange has been hammered home by a strange floating figure that can be seen in the scene, as well as in addition to the credits. On screen now is how the original credits appeared back in March. However, if we do a little fade in to how they look now, we can see that the composer of Strange's theme has been added, as well as the credits for it. Jump into the third new detail in the scene, and take a look at the trees, and you might notice that a strange blurred figure is descending towards the cabin. Let's view that zoomed in, and you can see it a lot clearer here. It looks like a pointed figure, perhaps wearing a cape or a cloak, and it's just very eerie. It's a lot like Bigfoot, the old Bigfoot footage, where it might be nothing, but it could be the most significant thing that's ever happened in the MCU. Now, we'll do this one more time with a lot more attention drawn to it, and it definitely stands out against the backdrop. Though it looks like the Predator is swooping in to kill Wanda, there are a number of things that it could be. Now, firstly, if this is tied into Doctor Strange, then this could definitely be the astral projection of the character swooping in to see what's going on with Wanda. If you've ever read the graphic novel House of M, then you'll know he was a paramount character in it when it came to fighting her. In the book, Wanda had created a false reality, and after the heroes snapped out of it, they went to confront her face to face. The figure seems to be moving in this direction, and several months after the release of Wandavision, we learned from Kevin Feige that Doctor Strange was originally meant to be in the show. Feige said that the commercials we saw were actually Strange reaching into the Hex in order to try and snap Wanda out of it, and this is why they pulled from certain things in her life. It's a shame that these scenes were scrapped, as it would have tied in a lot more with the upcoming movie, but who knows, Marvel might be cheeky and patch update their post-credit scenes even more, like some lazy game developer. Now, another possibility is that this is the devil himself. However, on top of this, if it is indeed set at Wundagore Mountain, then it could be Chthon, the chaos god that actually created the Darkhold. Interestingly, he ended up possessing the body of Quicksilver in the comics, and for a long time, well, like 2 weeks or something, there were a lot of people that thought Ralph Boner may be him. Boner. Now, the third possibility is that it's Vision. The season finale had a big moment in it in which the Hex version of Vision ended up passing on his memories and personality to the repurposed Deathbot that Hayward had built in order to provide a line of security for the planet. Wandavision was full of hexes, and in the show Vision actually broke out of an octagonal window at the end. Octagons also tend to hold a lot of meaning, and whilst a hexagon means to hold something or trap it, an octagon means to free it. Now we have no idea what happened to Vision or where he went off to, but it's likely that he wanted to learn about what happened to him, and this would likely send him across the planet in search of what's been going on in the 5 years since his death. The last thing he knew was that Wanda killed him in order to destroy the Mind Stone, and the character would still be in love with her. So finding out that she was here would probably send him out there to rekindle their romance so that she could get it on with the toaster once more instead of spending all day boning that kettle. Well, something's got to be making the tea, and I don't see any electrical poles out there, yeah? Do you? Do you see any electrical poles? Well, maybe you should be doing the breakdowns then. Now, lastly, this could be absolutely nothing, and it may just be a CGI artifact that has been left in the final edit. When you're rendering stuff, sometimes bugs and glitches happen that mean weird effects get laid over videos, and I have to say that this thing doesn't change or alter in size the closer that we get, which is what would happen if it was truly in the landscape. Therefore, it may just be a glitch, but it does seem weird that they would look over a clip containing this and still decide to upload it in place of a scene that was absolutely fine in the first place. Now, stepping back and looking at everything, this has clearly been put in place to tie in more with Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, which is likely going to be the next film that features Wanda. It's interesting that they've done this, and no doubt fans will now be on the lookout for the most minor of changes in post-credit scenes. Maybe we'll even get an updated Falcon and the Winter Soldier one that explains who's on the other end of the phone, or maybe this entire video was just a reach trying to cash in on the latest talking point in the MCU. I'll let you be the judge of that one, you sucker, but in the meantime I'd love to hear your thoughts on it, so make sure you comment below and let me know. As a thank you for interacting with the video, you'll be entered into a prize draw on the 30th of June, in which we're giving away 3 copies of the Phase 3 MCU box set. All you have to do to be in with a chance of winning is like the video, make sure you subscribe with notifications on, and drop a comment below with your thoughts on the clip. The winners of last month's competition are on screen right now, so if that's you, then message me on Twitter at Heavy Spoilers. If you want something else to watch, then make sure you check out our breakdown of Doctor Strange, in which we notice some brand new details that tie into not only Loki, but also Wandavision. It's linked on screen right now, and the details are really cool, so definitely go check it out after this. With that out of the way, thank you for sitting through the video. I've been Paul, and I'll see you next time. Take care, peace.